you look at here, that's the angling encoder. That's a PMI computer, PMI data acquisition unit. And of course, you also got alpha loop or ME loop. These are different arrangement, of course. That ecosystem should give input here as well. This is old kind of an engine. There goes the junction box, and the controller with the transducer is coming in here. Then goes to the converter box. Then go to the PMI. From the PMI, it also goes to the hub. The data now will go to MOP computer, and also it can go to alarm monitoring system. This is an option. Say for example, your PI is varying more than, let's say, 5 bar, 0.5 bar. Your Pmax is varying more than 10 bar. So you would like to have an alarm. You can have it, no problem. So then you have to get an alarm connected to the alarm monitoring system. So it is only a matter of reconfiguration of your equipment that on board. And this value, PI, PCOM, it will be seen here. And here there is a screen called auto tuning, which I told you we will do that today. So the auto tuning screen, you can see all these parameters. Okay. So this is how the configuration, and of course this is a PMI offline. Now when it is online, what are the difference? These sensors are always measuring the value, always. When it is always measuring the value, you can have them going directly here, and then you can see everything. And for that, you need to have a fixed sensor. Okay, we need to have a sensor for each cylinder. We can connect this up to 20 cylinders. There is no problem at all. And there are two different kinds of sensors that we employ. So these ones are fitted on the top of your cylinder cover, where it actually measures the pressure. And this will be converted into PI, PMAX, and PCOM. So we'll be surprised to know what are these kinds of sensors we have. So before we go to the actual one, this is the portable transducer. So let us say you got a different value from your PMI. Let's say number one cylinder is giving you PMAX of 130, and number two is giving you only 100. You would like to know whether it is an issue with the sensor or is it an issue with your pressure, your injector. So how do you verify? We can measure other parameters, like for example, exhaust temperatures, your jacket temperature, all those values we can see, not a problem at all. But at the same time, in order to confirm the problem is with the sensor or with the other engine equipment, then you go and take this performance with the portable meter. So this shows correct reading here like other cylinder 185 bar. So then absolutely nothing wrong with the engine unit, etc. Then you can replace your fixed sensor. But of course, whenever there is a difference like this, there will be other telltale signs like engine RPM will vary, exhaust temperature will change, your jacket temperature will be low. All those things you should still monitor. That is very, very important. Because there have been cases the sensors were faulty and people are doing a lot of corrective action, changing the fuel valve, fever valve, and all the stuff. So be careful and be 100% sure what are you doing is based on your troubleshooting skills. Okay. So that is a data acquisition unit I've been talking about. If you open the box, this is what you'll see. Something very similar to your MPC, but slightly different. Maybe we can see this something similar to that of our fabricator. But of course, this can take up to 12 cylinders, and we have got the serial connection coming from ABB or Kistler. These are the two sensors that we have in your engine, on your engine. So I told you ABB is one kind and Kistler is the other kind. And the cost wise, one is nearly half, another one is double the price. Okay, coming back to the next one. So this is the cylinder cover, you can see. So can you see here? This is your indicator cock. So one sensor is fitted inside this here. Okay. Sorry, this is not indicator cock. That's indicator cock. So here we have fitted the sensor inside here. Can you see this little broad thing? So through the indicator cock we have fixed it. And of course we fitted here, we have fitted it separately. My mistake. All right. So if you look at here, sometimes you go in your room and you wanted to do a little bit of blow through, or you would like to see whether actually combustion is taking place, or you would like to see this um, indicator valve is not choked, etc. So, so what happens is chief engineer goes and open this, then you get the fire in the engine room. Pss, 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 not good at all. If you do like this, I can guarantee you, you will burn the sensor. These sensors are not capable of taking the flow of gases at a very high pressure and temperature. So you have to be extremely careful. When you do this, you should not blow through when the engine is running. Otherwise, it is okay. So sometimes you may ask me, how do you check whether this is working or not working? How do I know? So maybe you can do little plus very small one, then put the portable gauge, then you only open. Then you close it again, then you disconnect it from here. Because this one costs a lot of money. Okay. Yeah. So this is another one, another make. So this make is more popular and more trustworthy. So here also, in case you want to connect your calibrating device, we can fix here. So that is how you do this job. So Kistler, the lifetime is almost 4 years. 4 years. While ABB, you got a life of 10 years. Okay. If you see the retail price to this 1:2. So ABB fits separately. Here they use the existing indicator cock. So your Kistler is fitted here. This is Kistler, and that's your ABB. So ABB is separate. They have another indicator cock, indicator device. It's magnetoelastic base, a strain gauge. It's piezoelectric. So the working principle is different, and therefore it is more expensive. So that is how the cost wise. And why I said we cannot do the blow through, because these piezoelectric based sensors cannot handle such a high pressure and temperature of gas flow. Okay, so that is why. But of course, here also you should not do. Here they say sensitivity to be checked regular basis, and here not required they say. But however, if any of you are going on a tanker ship, I must tell you, a vetting inspector will ask you the calibration certificate, and the certificate is available on board. It is okay for 5 years. Otherwise, you must make your own kind of a test report, which means the calibration, the portable transducer, you must use it for calibrating them at least once in a year or once in 6 months, as per a superintendent says. So then maintain the record, so then you will not get a finding. Otherwise, you might get a finding from the vetting inspector. Okay? Be careful. And of course, here the new valve is included. So if you look at here, so that's ABB one. They are used a new thing which is connected to the cylinder cover. And if you look at here, they are fitted very close to the cylinder cover. The combustion space. That is because to avoid the flow of gases coming up and going in, out, in, out. Earlier we used to keep it at a little distance. Then we realized there are sensor failure happening due to this reason. Then we change the design. So this is how presently what you will see. Okay, this you have seen already. So this is how the sensor will look like. That's your ABB is coming in, sitting here, and that's a connection which will be communicating the data with your DAU system, or data acquisition unit. Okay, so online pressure sensor ABB series, PMI online tuning only. And of course, this is what measures and through which the data will be communicated. So it's a very trustworthy unit. Earlier, we could not, there was not a good solution to find out how this could be available. This kind of a measurement could be made possible, which is trustworthy, which is very important. So now ABB did a lot of research and then got it. At the same time, we also got a Kistler, so that ABB will not tell, okay, we are going to increase supply this year by 20%. So then, okay, that's very nice. So we'll go to Kistler. So it's always good to have a healthy competition between suppliers. That is the reason we went for 2 different suppliers. And of course, the ship owner wants to have a cheaper solution, then he can go for this, the Kistler. Otherwise, he can go for the second one. Okay. So that's your second kind. That's your Kistler one.